Good afternoon, and thank you for being here today. I would like to begin by asking you a question. What do you think about when you think about Canada? Yes, you do think about the nice people, but you also think about the authentic and the extremely diverse topography it has. And this is why we're here today. We are MSA Consulting. These are my colleagues Michelle and Somin, and I'm Anisha. And we're going to paint a roadmap for you that's going to tell you why Marlow deserves to be an authentic Canadian experience. So, your current strategy shows that you are an association that provides reasonably priced accommodations to tourists as well as business travelers. And you also encourage the support of local communities because you do believe in giving back to the community. That is the essence of truly being Canadian. We do see that the Marlow community is in the Western Canadian region. So the goal with this presentation is to reach your target of 27,000 stretch new room nights. And with our recommendation of partnering with local communities as well as low-cost airlines, you're going to be able to achieve this goal. At the same time, we are going to be using brand promotions in achieving your target just because you had mentioned that this is what you actually want to do. This will thereby increase your customer acquisition and will make your brand well known, and Marlow will become a part of the authentic Canadian experience just because people who come there want to truly experience what Canada is. So the primary goal, again, as I mentioned, is to reach the 27,000 stretch room nights in order to attract the MMA members. The MMA Association has really worked hard to keep the local community in Marlow together, and by using our recommendation, you will be able to forward that. We do see some obstacles, however. There is a budget constraint of $150,000, and we have tried our best to have our recommendation within that limit. At the same time, the unawareness of the area, where people are going to Toronto and the bigger cities of Vancouver and Montreal, we really want to show that you are the place and you are the place they need to be in at this point of time for that leisure vacation. So let's meet John. He's one of your target customers. He's a 34-year-old man who loves taking 3 to 4 day vacations and with his family. So let's remember, this means that John has the purchasing power for your competitive price. At the same time, he's a resident of the big city of Toronto. So when these residents want to go, they actually want to go to places where it's a lot less populated, like Marlow, which is 240,000, and at the same time, they want something that's more relaxed and engaging. He's someone who loves the outdoors, and there's no better place than Marlow to be at this point. At the same time, learning about Canadian culture is at the true essence of what Marlow is, and this is what is going to help, Our recommendation is what's going to help you attract customers like John. So, for the internal analysis, we see that you do have 30 hotels across the Western Canadian region. Hotels as well as motels. And we do see this as an excellent market just because this much amount of accommodation in this area really will help you able to attract those customers. At the same time, the price is extremely competitive of $120 a night per room, when also your competitive advantage lies that you're 35% lesser than the hotel prices in regions of Vancouver as well as Toronto. Also, the place is the lovely, beautiful Marlow that has the plains, the hills, the lakes, and everything that makes it truly Canadian. The promotions that you're relying on currently include the word of mouth, as well as the in-person and face-to-face contact that you have with the companies that have your that host conferences at your partnered resorts. So the external potential that we see in this market, which are the opportunities, are 3.7% growth of the hospitality industry annually. This is huge, and we do see that you can capitalize on this. At the same time, Marlow is an undiscovered gem. People do want to know and move more towards going to this place just because it's not been experienced before by others, and at the same time, it's going to add so much value to their experience and lessen their stress. for the 3 to 4 day period that they take here. 15% lesser in food and beverage costs, which is a lot. So for instance, let's take John. John has a family of 4 people. If it's 15% less in the food and beverage bill, it is the most ideal place for him to be because he is paying lesser money for 4 people. However, we do see that some of the external threats are the 9,000 hotels across Canada. The hospitality industry is increasing and people are coming up with new ways and means. For instance, Airbnb, where you can rent out your own home or basement of your house in order for people to live at a cheaper price. And yeah, also the increased cost of flights. Flights are getting more and more expensive as the demand for travel is increasing. The target audience is looking for cheaper accommodations because they want to go for the 3 to 4 day vacations, and at the same time, they don't want it to be really expensive just because they want that experience, and at the same time have that lower cost.
So we're going to provide 3 strategic recommendations for your company. As we mentioned in the analysis, there are some threats of intense competitors such as Airbnb. However, your organization has much more strengths and huge opportunities to grow. And so in order to achieve the goal of 27,000 new room nights, it's going to be very crucial to have a recommendation that has these criteria. For the decision criteria, we have customer acquisition, brand awareness, and differentiation. Since due to the increased competitor, it's going to be very important to increase customer acquisition and also increase brand awareness. Most of your customers are taking connected flights in order to come to the Marlow. So it's going to be very difficult for your customers to come to the Marlow. So that's why it's very crucial to have important marketing strategy that it will increase the brand awareness. And at the same time, due to the Airbnb, it's going to be crucial for your company to have a differentiated marketing strategy that Airbnb doesn't provide the service. For the first strategy, we recommend your company to have a think local and a local strategy. So what this strategy is to partner with the travel agency company. So the travel agency will connect with the local companies in the local area. And also connect with the local host. So your travelers will be able to connect with the local host and travel together. So for example, there's a music festival near the local area, Marlow. So you can get cheaper flights through the partnership, and also your traveler can go to those music festival with a cheaper price with the local people. Because we know the Airbnb provides good accommodations, and they also provide some activities that is hosting by the local host. However, those having short-term experiences such as cooking class for 2 hours wouldn't really help people to fully explore the Canada and the local area. That's why we suggest this local program to have for your customers. So through this strategy, you'll be able to gain competitive advantage that Airbnb and your competitors don't have. And also, you'll be able to provide convenient services since your customer wouldn't need to have a travel package or worry about the travel plan. And this strategy, since this is very unique strategy and your competitors don't have, you'll be able to increase brand awareness as well. However, there could be some conflicts in negotiation agreements with the travel agency and your partners. And also, it could be some time consuming during the negotiation and networking with the partners as well. So through this strategy, you'll be able to gain the market share and as well as the competitive advantage as well. For the second strategy, we suggest the work hard and rest hard strategy. So your organization can hold the business conferences in the hotel, especially for business travelers. So through this strategy, you'll be able to increase the customer acquisition, especially in winter season. According to analysis, we see that Marlow has 6 months of winter, and you see that there are lack of customers as well. So through this strategy, you can hold more business conferences during the winter season, which will be covered the customer acquisition as well. And also you'll be able to provide the inclusive service with your resources you have. So you can provide the affordable accommodation with the high quality foods, which will also satisfy your customers as well. So through this strategy, you'll be also able to increase revenue, especially in off-season as well. However, since you're only targeting the business traveler, there could be a lack of targeting the other markets. And also it could have some high initial cost of setup cost. And also it could have some increasing turnover rate as well. So through this strategy, you'll be able to have and gain off-season profits, especially focusing on the off-season. For the third strategy, we recommend your company, your organization to partner with the low-cost airlines such as WestJet and Fair Airline. Sorry. So what you can do is to partner with those low-cost airlines and have access to cheaper flight tickets for your customers. As I already mentioned, most of your customers are coming from the different cities and they need to take the connected flights. So by providing these inclusive offers, you'll be able to increase the customer satisfaction, and also it will lead to mutual benefits. It will lead to the win-win situation it will be beneficial for both of your organization, and at the same time the partner companies such as WestJet, because you will be able to satisfy your customers, and at the same time your partners such as WestJet can also increase the number of customers as well to be mutual benefits, and also it will lead to consistent outreach of the customers since you provide the attractive offers for the customers. However, again, it could have some conflicts in the negotiation agreements with your partner, since those WestJet is a big company, so it could have some difficulty to convince and negotiate them to work with them. And also, since there are infrequent flights and also time schedule, it could somehow lead to inconvenience for your customers, because your customer will need to find a time that meet the right time schedules for the flight. So through this strategy, you'll be able to attract customers year round. So we've analyzed the 3 strategic recommendations to find the best recommendation. For the first strategy, which was holding the business conferences, would not be the best recommendations for your organizations. You can be able to increase customer acquisition, such as business travelers. However, there's no differentiation marketing strategy compared to the competitors. And for the second strategy, which was think local and act local strategy, which was partnering with the travel agency, you'll be able to increase the customers and also brand awareness, and also at the same time differentiation marketing strategy. This marketing strategy is very unique, and none of your competitors has this marketing strategy. And for the third strategy, which was partnering with the low-cost airline, you'll be able to increase customer acquisition because you're offering the unique offers for your customers. So you'll be able to satisfy the customers and at the same time increase the number of customers as well. And at the same time, we also see that similar to the second strategy, we see that there's no other hotels are partnering with the airlines. So it's going to be a very unique marketing strategy compared to your competitors. Therefore, we suggest your company to go with the second and third strategy. So as we identify in the analysis, there's huge opportunity of undiscovered gem. So it can be capitalized through our recommendation. So the combination of partnering locally and with low-cost airlines will increase the brand awareness of Marlowe, thereby allowing influx of tourists in the Western Canadian region.
So as you can see, with the brand promotion aspect, that previously you were only using the word of mouth as well as in-person with, our strategy will be using advertising through videos and SEO, which is a search engine optimization feature that Google offers, and at the same time it will have the face-to-face contact, just because we want you to have that personal communication with your customers, which makes you known, as Marlowe is known for its amazing people who are polite and kind, and so is Canada. And we really want that feature to remain so that it would actually attract customers for now just in Canada, and later on, moving on, it would attract them from all over. And as we had talked about the recommendation before, it is a combination of locally, partnering locally with the people around the communities, and at the same time, including the low-cost airlines. We firmly believe that the brand awareness of Marlow as a place will increase. The marketing budget that we have come up with is $200,000. We do understand that you have given us something around $150,000, but we will justify why we have spent the additional $50,000 and will make it worth it. At the same time, we believe that this is to be done in 3 phases, and it will be from building it up to keeping it up because consistency is the key. And our implementation plan has a projection from February of 2020, which is this year, to the April of next year.
And we are very excited to be here today to share with you the strategy we came out for your association to grow forward. And first, the first phase will be building it up. Before we start, we recommend your association to build a partnership. Before we start doing that, we recommend your company to do the diligence before you form any contract or make any decision, including the research on the airlines and then some potential partnership with the local travel agents. And we are recommending you cooperating with the local travel agents is to provide the excessive services that will increase your perceived value of your customer. So the concept here is we assume that your association already have a website for your customer to browse all the members of the hotel within your association. And then therefore, we recommend your association to build a portal to link to the travel agents to provide the potential customer that are having the need of customized planning or customized travel schedule. And then later on, forming the partnership by negotiating, for example, creating the partnership with airlines by negotiating the mileage rewards, or with the travel agency by establishing formal partnership or including their services in your package that you are offering. And then also looking for the local residents. From here, we're recommending your association to provide this special service that is for a potential customer. They are able to find a local guide to take them to walk around and then get to know the local culture. By doing that, your association will need to build a connection with the local residents who are able to provide this service for your customers. And then furthermore, to design the marketing material for to increase your brand awareness by increasing the exposure on social media, for example, and then creating the video of your customer or potential customer engaging with the local residents to show that the welcoming culture in Marlow. At the same time, the first thing the travelers do is always search online to look for accommodation. Therefore, having a search engine optimization will be a good opportunity for you to build up your brand awareness online. And at the same time, improving the website design, since this is the touch point of you to reach your customers. And then the estimated cost for this phrase will be around $120K. And some key performance indicators here will be including the airline partnership, some local residents to build a connection, and then the videos created for the social media exposure. Moving on to the second phase. For this phase, we recommend your association to start launching the marketing campaign, including releasing the video created in the first phase on the social media to increase the brand awareness, as well implement the website optimization. For example, the portal that links to the travel agents, and then the overall appearance of the design of your website. And at the same time, evaluate the whole process, and then by looking at the website visit, as well as the performance of the program. And then at the same time, doing the process and product adjustment through the evaluation you have done. And moving forward is to have a look for local event opportunities to extend your customer acquisition opportunity. And having a giving back to the community events to ensure that you are appreciating the contribution the local community are giving to your association. And the estimated cost for this phase will be around $71K. Some key performance indicators here would be the website visit numbers, and then also the increase in brand awareness at the same time, the increase in nights per month for the hotels.
Stop. We'll now begin question and answer period.
Did you identify any risks?
Yes, we did. So we understand that since Marlow has 6 months of winter time, it's really going to be problematic with our strategy to attract those customers during winter. So we feel like focusing on the business conferences would really be key during that time. At the same time, the potential and immediate need for a tour guide, because if we implement the strategy as soon as we can, we do need to offer that partner, that package to our consumers. So for that, we will be having prior bookings that will be necessary through the website. And partnership contract violation, just in case the tour guide or anyone that you've partnered with is not actually agreeing to the terms of it, we can definitely have a termination agreement in place for you, and you can just make sure that while you're having that contract signed, it is done at that point of time.
The tactic of having the local guides, you said that consistency is key. How do you make sure that those guides are offering the level of service that you want?
Sorry, can I so your question is about the local residents that part or
The local residents who were guides, local tour guides.
Oh yeah, we have considered that that kind of risk, and then for this we will mention about that the booking for the local tour guide will be required to have the advance booking, so we can have a schedule for other customers who have the access to the local tour guide.
But how do you make sure that their level of service, they can, one could take them around and show them all the garbage cans in town, and the other one could take them to the highlights. How do you manage the quality of that?
Because the local host will be required to take a photo every time when they go travel to each local areas, and they have to post on the social media of the Marlow. So we can make sure that those tour local hosts can tour with the traveler at the correctly. Yeah.
We don't specify that cost of $200,000. If we go back to our members and they say, no, $150,000 is our max, what will you cut?
So we firmly believe that the 200,000 would really help you reach the 27,000 night primary goal that you have. But if we had to cut something, we would reduce on the search engine optimization, because we firmly believe that your marketing campaign is so strong that it will yield those results. But yeah, we do know that the search engine optimization is just going to be an added benefit in that. But if we had to cut, I think we would cut that.
You talk about packaging the use of local travel agents. Could you expand on that? Are you talking about traditional travel agents?
For that, our idea is for customers who are traveling individually, they can have the access to the travel agents, but at the same time, we're providing this special service that we will ask the customer to list out the potential, for example, the location they want to do, they want to go, or like some potential activities they want to do, and then later customize their schedule based on their preference.
A number of components. You have a video campaign, social media, you have the partner, the tour guide concept, and you have the airline.
So what we firmly believe that both a combination of the two, which is locally partnering with the agents, as well as at the same time having a partnership with the low-cost airline, will allow you as an association to firstly attract more members to just what you're doing, and at the same time you're providing reasonably priced accommodations and unique local experiences, which for a target market like John, as we've mentioned in the presentation, is really ideal, because that is what they're looking for, and they're from the bigger cities, so they want to come to like a more relaxed place that has more things to do that are truly Canadian.
So typically,
That concludes the question and answer period.